Everybody. Hi. Wait for a few people to enter in here. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Everybody, come on in, come on in. Wait for a couple people. Can those of you that are on here hear me okay? Hi, Lisa. Hi. Hi, Brianna. Hi, Lori. Hi, hi. Oh, thank you, Brianna. I appreciate it. Yeah. Essence Fest. It was, in fact, that's what I'm going to talk about. I think today's live. I'll make a post about this with like different clips and stuff. Hi, Stacy. But I really want to talk about my experience at Essence Fest this year. Hi, Bright Eyes. Okay, so as you know, Essence Fest is held annually. I love you too, in New Orleans, Louisiana, and it consists of like, okay, there's the convention center, and then there's the Caesars Superdome, and then there's a lot of like side events going on all over the city. You know what I mean? So I mainly circulated around like Canal, Bourbon, French Quarter, that convention center, and the Dome. So I was there for the whole weekend. So I went to all three concerts, and baby, the way it started out, it did not look promising. It was a big no. Um, Hi, Frida. So let's see. Friday, I went to the convention center. And first of all, I was in New Orleans in general for, let's see, 2 days before the the festivities officially started. So just taking in New Orleans, enjoying the space and everything. But anyways, enough about me. So I was there for the whole week, and it started off with the convention center. Okay, first of all, Essence. I'm gonna tag them in this, but Essence. And feel free to tag them. I wait, maybe not because I don't know exactly what I might say. Don't tag them yet. I'll tag them. Y'all don't worry about it. Don't tag them because I'm. We'll talk later, but because I don't know what might come out this mouth. But anyways, Essence. In I've been in years past. I think I went to the Essence Fest in 2017. It was more so organized. Like each day, you knew which recognizable feature, um, recognizable like celebrity. That's what I'm trying to say. So like they'll update it online constantly. Like Friday, this person through this person is going to be at the convention center in this area. This year, you didn't get none of that. And when you did get it, it was like an hour or two before the event and the festivities even started. That's how I miss Oprah and Fantasia, because they was talking about the color purple, and I had missed Oprah. Oprah was speaking, missed her, poor advertisement, didn't know she was gonna be there till the last minute. And the aunties had already, that's what I'm gonna start calling Essence Fest, is Auntie Con. So Auntie Con, because that's what aunties, baby, aunties, Waterwall aunties, TT, auntie, whatever the Spanish word is for auntie, etc. and etc. is Auntie Con. So at Auntie Con, this year we didn't get the notifications. You download the Essence Festival app, and it gives you a general idea of the lineup, who the headliners are at the Caesars Superdome, and it tells you that there's conventions going on, but it doesn't tell you exactly who. So that is something, Essence, that you have to work on for next year. I don't know if the writer's strike impacted that, and y'all didn't have nobody to write for you for the website, and y'all knew what y'all wanted to say, but you just couldn't put it. I don't know what y'all had going on, but maybe next year, if you heard for a writer, I mean, I would have had it popping. I didn't know that y'all was. I will get into that, but hi, Kala. Yes. So yes, Abuela Fest, TT Fest, Auntie Fest, Aunt Fest, all that. But so yeah, you get there. There's these long lines for these booths. I think Mael was one, and there was a long winding line. Everybody had this pink bag, this big pink tote bag from Mael. The natural hair care line. So I was like, oh, I wonder, do they got hair products in there? I always see people advertising the Mael brand. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, let me try it, because it seems like I'm just not getting around to buying it. Like, I don't know. I got my stuff that I use, and then that's that on that. I'm a Cream of Nature guy. That's the brand that I lean on. Hi Ty. But so you get in. I'm asking. So before I get in the line any further, I mean the line is winding and wrapped, but I'm like, is there anything in the bag? They're like, no, it's just the bag. So I'm like, so everybody's standing in line for this bag. But then Lance Gross was in there. So I guess people were standing in line for Lance Gross. But I didn't have to stand in line because I was like looking straight at him. And that was pretty much all I needed personally. Because everybody was crowded up in that hot ass little booth. And no, I need to meet you in a ventilated area. Yes, this is an Essence Fest recap. Somebody told me something about Keke Palmer's baby dad just said something. Hold on. Keke Palmer's baby dad just tweeted some bullshit. He said, we live in a generation where a man of the family doesn't want the wife and mother to his kids to showcase booty cheeks to please others, and he gets told how much of a hater he is. This is my family and my representation. I have standards and morals to what I believe. I rest my case. What booty do Keke Palmer be showing? Keke Palmer always be dressed doing her photo shoots in turtleneck dresses and two-piece jean fits from Guess, and and weather woman outfits. And then sometimes she'll give you a little edge, but I ain't seen not one semblance of an ass cheek off of no damn Keke Palmer. Kiki Palmer don't really give cleavage. Kiki Palmer be dressed from the rooter to the tutor, from the scalp to the soles. Kiki be fully clothed as a rule. So I don't know. It's giving he is a hater. If we hear about any more of this, I'll definitely, we'll talk more about it. But that was a little piece of breaking news. But yes, back to Essence Fest. So we're gonna fast forward to the night of the concert. Okay, so first of all, everything was late. Everybody was late. Everything was late. Um, it was supposed to start at 6. I don't think it started till like 7 or something. So let me see. I'll have to look back. I should have had this pulled up already. But I have to remind myself who performed on Friday because it was a long weekend, y'all. Oh yeah, and on the panel at the convention center, Tyler Lipley was there, and then a couple other guys. I can't remember their names. Handsome black men. But yeah, Tyler Lipley from Harlem, and what's the name? Cat. You ain't never played with this before, so don't play with it now. Yeah, he was there at the convention, but see, stuff like that, I didn't know that till I walked up and just so happened to walk past the AT&T Dream in Black stage, and then I was like, they had his picture up. I was like, oh, he's about to come out. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll see him. He looked like he looked on TV. He looks exactly like that. I couldn't tell how tall he was, but yeah, yes, Nadine. Let me see. Friday, I think was that when Juvenile came out. Yeah, so the whole weekend we were pretty much backing our asses up because it was the 50th anniversary of hip hop, and then we were in New Orleans at Essence Fest, and then Juvenile is a New Orleans artist, so we were backing our asses up all weekend. And since when are you so intrigued with what's going on down here, Miss Cat? You can come up here. But yeah, so we pretty much backed our asses up all weekend, and we got, we were all backed out by Sunday, especially. You trying to get back down to the stuff on the floor. Sorry, that was Naomi. She want to be a star real bad. Hi, Royal. We gonna. I'm gonna get her in. I'm gonna break her into the cat industry one day. Yeah. So Juvenile came out. Who else? Who is this person? Okay. Oh, he. Oh, I'm. Okay. Cheryl Lee Ralph had popped out and gave an inspirational word. Um, Jagged Edge performed. It sounded like loud, chaotic noise. The sound was off. The band was overplaying the vocalists. This was a running theme throughout the night at the Caesar Superdome. The sound was off. Jagged Edge sounded like men in peril. It sounded like they got cut by a jagged edge of something. It sounded painful. Loud noise, ears ringing after the show was over. Everything bad that could happen to an ear happened during that performance. And it wasn't their fault. They actually sound good and they still have their original voices intact. It was just the sound was off. Let's see who else. Kelly Rowland didn't perform, but she was there. She popped out to present something for Target. Let's see what else happened. Oh yeah, then we had the the 50th anniversary of hip hop performance. So they brought out like the OGs, like Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick, Cool Modi, other artists, that really like were in the pioneer era of hip hop. So that was really good. Dougie Fresh came out and did his beatbox thing that he do. And yeah, they really killed it. They did a really good job with that. So then the opener for Lauryn Hill was Janelle Monáe. And while she is visually beautiful to look at, and she does not lack energy, and her dancers don't lack energy, I would have to say that the crowd in general wasn't interested. People were falling asleep. The people just don't know her music. The people aren't familiar with her catalog. She did it based off of this album that she just dropped called The Age of Pleasure, and no one was familiar with the material. There was no crowd interaction, no crowd participation. It was just loud. And then the crowd got to, she must have looked out and saw some sleeping faces. And so she pulled one of her titties out. And it was like, even that didn't do the trick. Motherfuckers didn't even cheer loud or say, whoa. It was just like, oh. And then we're back to checking our phones. It's not that she's not interesting or electric. It's just there wasn't a connection with the audience and her catalog and what she was talking about, and so the people wasn't here for Janelle Baby. It was whole sections of people sleep. I kid you not. It was sections, whole sections were asleep. Like that. Homer Simpson, drool coming out the mouth. Yes. So and it was not, I was not into it. I'm so sorry. She is a beautiful girl. Hi Ashley, hey friend. Hey Nehemiah. Hi Shaw. It didn't give. So then she finally get off the stage. We get to cheering hard and loud because we was happy for her to go. So we're waiting for Lauryn. So on top of an already late performance, she's late. So Lauryn Hill did not come out on stage until after 1 a.m. She was supposed to come out at midnight. She came out at 1 a.m., like after 1. And remember how oh yeah, Janelle's performance too, loud noise. But Lauryn came out with the big band behind her. And baby, when I tell you they drowned her out, She came out with this big ass throw pillow, duvet, comforter set outfit. She came, in her autumn plum lipstick, and she was hollering and straining into the mic, and we couldn't even hear her because they had the sound of the band turned up so motherfucking high that it just looked like she was out there screaming at the air. We heard a little bit. I couldn't even determine or decipher what song she was even singing. I couldn't tell you what the melody of the song was. I don't know what the hell the lady was talking about. She just came out there and it was boom noise. So much noise. So then after a while, it was so bad, we left. We were tired. We had already stayed an hour over. That was when that's when the show was supposed to be near over, and it was just starting. So I don't know. And then when you look down while she was performing, the people were leaving in droves. I think I have a video of it. The people were leaving in droves because it sounded so bad. On top of her being late. And then we was tired, baby. You know, this is Auntie Con and little Uncle Con too, because this uncle was tired. It was going on 2 a.m. and I just been listening to this undecipherable noise. And then the way that they were presenting, it was Dion Cole out there, I think, and he didn't know what the hell was going on. At one point in the night, he said, he was in the middle of talking and he was like, I gotta go. And he just ran off the stage. So like between each performer, it's like an award show, but they're not giving out any awards. That's how it's set up. That's how it looks. That's how the stage is set up. It's like an award show, but no awards are being handed out to the celebrities. So imagine that. And Dion Cole was the host. He didn't know what was going on. He couldn't read the cue cards. He was I don't know if he got an issue with reading or if the print was real small, but he was struggling to read off of them cue cards real bad. So I didn't know if that was a literary problem or a vision problem. But either way, he was struggling and didn't nobody help him. And then it got to the point where he just ran off the stage. He said, I gotta go. And then I don't think he came back after that. Struggling. But yes, it was very unorganized. Said the check didn't clear. Didn't nobody help him? Somebody could have came out and been like, hey, Dion, you know, Dion, yeah, he ran off the stage. I would have made something up like Dion came down with explosive diarrhea, so I'm the MC for the rest of the night. You know, rather than tell the people that he can't read, I would rather people think that you just had a little upset stomach than you was illiterate at the age of 55. You know, it was either that or a vision problem, which was the reason he couldn't read them cue cards. Because I'm like, sir, there's a script right here. Like the script is in your hand. Like, and it was so hard for him. And I wanted to help like real bad. It was like I was reaching out, but he wouldn't reach back. He wouldn't reach back. But anyways, so we're gonna move on to Saturday. So Saturday was fun. Again, let me take a peek at what who we were reviewing. Oh yes, Saturday was the night when Missy Elliott was the headliner, and think Jill Scott opened for her. Right? That's definitely correct. Missy Elliott was the performer. Oh yes, and then but before we talk about the performances, my Essence Festival personal experience, I got to meet Funky Dineva, and you saw that. You guys showed me a lot of love on that post. Thank you so much. And he did tell me that I was funny and that I be telling the truth. And I got to thank him because he shared one of my posts a while back. And then that's why like my following really kind of blew up. So I got a chance to tell him that, and then he shouted me out. It was really cool. I met Al Reynolds too. Al Reynolds, he kind of, I don't want to say that because I only saw him and you know, it was like not long, but it came off as what is the word I can use? Bossy? That's kind of what it seems like. Like he was, yeah, like, I mean, I guess that's not a bad thing, but it can be if you're, you have sensitivity to you, because the way, like the tone and how he approached, I don't know if it's like a regional thing or it's how he was raised, but it kind of seems like it comes off as kind of like real assertive, like, you know what I mean? So I mean, that's not a bad thing, necessarily, but it could be, well, not even necessarily. That's not a bad thing, but how it's done, and it can be perceived as like, oh, he had a few of them moments where I was like, oh, not with me, but with his, with others around him. But I don't know. It could just be his tone. Poodle pause. I could not figure that out. She said he's a top then. I don't know. I don't know because there's some real gruff and tumble bottoms out here. Everybody thinks bottoms are like pillow soft and feminine. It is some hard knock life ass bottoms out here. Some real down in the trenches. Gutter, shoot 'em up, bow, bow, boom, boom. Like, I don't know if everybody, baby, rough and tumble, but I couldn't tell. I didn't know what that meant. Yeah, I was a little thrown off too. I left the event and asking myself that question. So, what just happened? I was just like, what was that back there? Like, what was that? What even the hell was that? What is it? Because for the longest time, it gave pampered bottom. But then and then at the event, it was a man. It was almost a nigga. It was, yeah. Yeah, so I was a little confused. I don't know. Maybe it was the New Orleans heat brought the man out. Because, woo, that's something I forgot. Baby, hot. Hot. Like, so hot. Like, I was literally dripping and draining. I felt like a rotisserie chicken twirling around on that rod in my juices all throughout the day as I walked down the street. And it just seemed like it was so much walking incorporated into the festivities of the weekend. Everything was on foot. The parking was so far away. Yes. And then just heat on heat. And then, baby, I'm, some people, my one friend, she was like, I was complaining about the heat. And then she was like, you acted like it's 100 degrees outside. And I was like, well, it actually is 100 degrees outside, babe. And that day it was a smooth buck, a 100 degrees plus the motherfucking humidity and dew point and heat index. It was a fool. But would I go back to Essence? Yeah, of course. But Saturday night, Missy Elliott gave out these wristbands that lit up when she came out, and so she had them going to the beat of the songs, and they were changing colors. So when you look around the arena, it's just lights dancing the whole time from our wrists. It was really cool. Of her performance gave what budget when she came out, because it was like the stage and the effects and everything. It was like, what budget? The budget does not exist. So yeah, it was that was cool. That was cool seeing her. She looked just how she looked. Let's see. Monica came out, and it's a reason that I call her the beautiful, bland, boring beauty. Because that's exactly what she gave. Like, she came out and sung us motherfucking lullabies. And I love Monica. Lord knows I do. But she came out there and she put us to sleep. She came out and sang all the slow songs, and then I think she sang I think she sang a little bit of So Gone, I think. But as a rule, everything was slow. And it was like, I think she went in chronological order of like how her albums came out. But yeah, no, I no, she sounded good. She sounded good, like the voice is still voicing, but it was the songs that the voice was singing that was laying us out. Um, who else came out? Oh yeah, Jermaine Dupri came out and he brought out T.I. and Gucci Mane. Um, that was cute for them. Uh, Jill Scott came out and was amazing. She pretty much performed all the songs, like the major, like a nice piece of the songs from her first album, which is, the typical person who loves Jill Scott. You know, you hold that first album, to a very high standard. So yeah, she came out. She sounded amazing. She looked amazing. She kind of looked like Janet Jackson a little bit. I can't explain it. Um, I think it was the makeup and the way that the hair was, because Jill Scott had like a Nubian version of the control hair, and then it looked like they had the same type of eye makeup. But yeah, she was giving me Janet Jackson a little bit. And then Missy came out and it was great. Um, had to leave a little early to make sure that the parking, because leaving out with all them people, oh my God, like you'll get trapped. You'll be in traffic all night. So then Sunday, I had went to the convention center, and Tabitha Brown and uh, Mercedes from P Valley and then Skylar Warren were on a panel together, and it was beautiful. The stuff that they were saying, the empowering messages. Oh yeah, and it was hosted by Roxy Diaz. Shout out to Lisa Ray. And then it was beautiful. They were like, they got on the panel, and it wasn't just like this fake, like, women's empowerment. Oh, women, leave that man and start your business. It wasn't like that. It was like they was talking about some real shit that affect them in their real lives, and you know, giving their testimony of how they were there and now they here, but how they still here with us. They just like it. It was nice. It was beautiful. Um, so I loved what all three of them had to say. They were getting emotional because they were so grateful about how, they where they came from and where they are now. It was beautiful. Um, let's see. And then who came out? Oh yes, I saw Tim's. Oh my God, that really like did it for me. She's beautiful. Her body is her body. Her face is her face. She sounds amazing. She sounds just like the track in real life. The mic was on. Loved it. Loved Tim's performance. She was one of the highlights for me personally, because I love her music. I love everything, her aesthetic. So she was like really beautiful, sounded really beautiful and everything. Um, the band wasn't overplaying her. You could hear her. That was another reason why I really enjoyed it, because I'm like, okay, I actually hear her. That little girl that played for LSU that also raps, Flage. She came out and she had rapped a little bit. That was cute. Um, in a surprise twist, Lil Wayne came out. He was not on the ticket. Lil Wayne came out and did a full set. Dre's just falling off the bone, baby. When he took his shirt off, his stomach was touching his back. But he always been tiny in the waist. It always gave what waist. But yeah, the dress was just falling off the bone, looking like chicken tenders from Zaxby's. And they got the nerve to have when it got long now. It just looked like the mold and the mildew was just eating them out, baby. And they still just hanging on. It's making me itch just thinking about it. Oh, baby, I'm just gonna scratch this ponytail out my head. Give me some scissors. I'm gonna cut it off. It's making my scalp itch. Yes, but Lil Wayne came out there. Yeah, it was mange for sure. Like when a imagine a golden retriever being stuck and lost out in the wild for 3 years and then being found. Imagine what that coat would look like. And then it's Lil Wayne's head. But the set was good. He got the crowd hype. Um, his energy was real good. It was fun, light, funny. Yeah, and it was a surprise. And he was like, I see the front row ain't fucking with me, but the back y'all fucking with me. And he was like, I don't know what y'all expected an R&B singer. Because that's how he was like, the people in the front was acting stale. The people in the front was acting stale. And then he called him out about it. But he gave a nice performance. And so then let's see, Tabitha Brown had came out on the stage again. Oh yeah, Maxine Shaw, attorney at law, she had came out, looking like the Statue of Liberty. Then who else had came out? Kamora Lee Simmons had came out. I was in New Orleans at Essence Fest. And then let's see. Then WizKid came out, Afrobeat star. So he gave no energy. Just pacing back and forth on the stage, just saying every other word, letting the track. I know that he's really, really big over in Africa. And when he hits the stage in Africa, everybody, the crowd just knows all the words and they're just into it. It's like 80,000 people and they're all just swaying and rocking. They got their cell phone lights out and it's just, he doesn't really have to do anything. Well, baby, here in America, these people over here don't know the words to your songs like that because half of the words is in a different language. So for you to just come out on stage and stand on this big ass box and pace back and forth until Tim's came out at the end for the last song isn't acceptable. You need to be jumping around, bouncing around. You need to be walking through the crowd, doing crowd participation. You need to have dancers on the stage. You need to have fireworks. I never would have thought that a WizKid concert would have had me with some heavy eyelids. I was real shocked and disappointed. It was just kind of like he didn't think he had to do a lot. But, I guess he's acclimated to performing overseas because he said that it was his first time in New Orleans. So I'm like, was it your first time in the States too? Because when I would have looked out and seen the people was dead, that's when I would have came down off of that damn box. I would have got to doing jumping jacks. I would have came down in the crowd. I'm like, no, y'all know who I am. Y'all know exactly who I am. Y'all done heard these songs. Either you was at the club or you was in somebody's car or you was trying on something at H&M. No, not H&M or Forever 21. You was trying on, what's a black store? You was trying on something at Tag's Boutique. And you heard a WizKid song, bitch, wake up. I would have got them people going. But yeah, so then Tim's came out at the end and helped him sing Essence after she had already sang it during her set when she came out before him. Yes, Rainbow. You trying on a sundress at Rainbow and you heard a WizKid song. You have. You have. You've. Um, but then okay, so we got WizKid out of here, and then Megan came out, and Megan was the highlight of the main headliners to me. The highest energy. She was pulling hella people up on stage and having them twerk with her. Um, let's see, her. She was giving me polished performer from how she looked to how she moves on the stage, how she dances. Um, it was very much polished. I've been doing this for 10 plus years. Yeah, and she looks so good. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. And that thing looks so damn good. I said, ooh, there my girl go right there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, but I loved her set. I loved her set. But yes, that's pretty much all I have for this evening. I wanted to give you my Essence review. Oh, thank you, Brianna. Yeah, I wanted to give my Essence review. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry for the gap in content from my birthday weekend. I didn't get to come on here, but I mean, come on, y'all. It was my birthday. And then this past weekend was Essence Fest. So I've had a very busy past 2 weeks. But I'm back now. And y'all gonna be seeing me and hearing from me a lot. So I will see you guys soon. All right. Bye. Thank you, Ty.